Hey friends, so I'm finally getting around to making the video on Braxton's second grade class Facebook group page that I manage. I know just a few weeks ago I posted a video about organization for school, and one of the things that I suggested was the group page that I've managed in the past and then again this year for his class. Now this video is going to be a little bit tricky because I'm going to try to cover as much as I can just to protect, you know, his school and things like that. But you can see here the groups that I currently manage on Facebook. This Miss Morris kinder class, that was his kindergarten class. So I managed the group page for his kindergarten class, and then in first grade I managed his first grade class, and then again this year he's in second grade and I'm the admin for that page as well. So what is a Facebook group? It's basically just a community of people that want to share and discuss the same topic or a relevant topic. And in this case, for this video, the topic is going to be this classroom for a particular grade. So it's going to be my second grade students' classroom. So everybody in the group that I've invited to this group is going to be parents and teachers only. Okay, so this is actually looking at Miss Nelson's second grade class group page. I created it and made it a closed group, so basically nobody on Facebook can see this page. So what I had Miss Nelson do was just basically send out the link to this page so all the parents could just click on the link and come to the page. Some of the parents already knew, so I just added them to the group. The priority was to make sure that it's a closed group. So if you're going to be doing a school page for your classroom, you definitely want to make it closed. You don't want just random creeps on Facebook seeing pictures and information about your kids. So highly recommend making it a closed group. I made this little banner here with pig monkeys. So this is the top section of the group page, and you can see here this is the discussion area. So down below here is going to be the discussion of all the parents and things that are going on. This, if you click on members, you can see all of the members that are part of the group. This is the events tab, where I'll show you in just a minute how I have all of the events. Photos, I have photo albums of the different events that are going on. And then files, and I don't really use that, but you could definitely use this. So I'm going to start with clicking on, okay, so what I did now is I clicked on the events tab here, and you can see that I've already added several events, and we've actually already had a few events that passed by, but these are the current events that are happening in September and some of October. And so we have a parent information night on September 30th. And so I added an event for that. And October 9th, we have Fall School Portrait Day. And then October 20th, we have Parent Night and Pumpkin Painting. So I'll go ahead and click on this, one of the events, and I'll show you kind of what I do to make an event. Okay, so this was that first event that I was showing you for September 30th. It's Parent Information Night. So basically what I do is I go into PicMonkey and I create this banner here, and I put our school logo up here and I covered it up, and then I write Parent Information Night and I put the date, and this right here is text, so it's not part of the image itself. And then I put this logo over here. I just Googled like Parent Teacher Connect and found this logo and then put it on the banner. But you can just do that in PicMonkey. If you know the date, the time, I put the time here. The location hasn't been given to us yet. I'm assuming it's going to be at the elementary, but I just barely created this a little bit ago. So 4 parents have already RSVP'd that they're going. 2 said maybe, and then there's still 15 more that haven't RSVP'd yet. This is another event. It's Fall School Portrait Day, and it's for October 9th. Time hasn't been given yet. But when you create one of these events, it automatically asks if you want to invite everybody in the group. So it makes it real easy. It just automatically invites everybody that's already in the group. Okay, so here is the last event that I created. It's for Parent Night and Painting Pumpkins Night on October 20th. I covered up the location, but you can see that 4 have RSVP'd that they're going to be going, and 17 still have yet to decide if they're going or not. I just created all these events today. I was closing out some of the other stuff that I already had open, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to go ahead and create this video and show you the events portion of this. I think it's really helpful because for me, when if you join any of these events on here, it automatically updates on your phone. So if you're looking at your calendar on your phone, all of these events that you've RSVP'd to will show up on your phone. And you can set alerts to make sure that you just don't forget. If you're a busy parent, which most parents are, this is just really helpful because for our school, I mean, you can go on there and look at like overall school functions going on, but some things like this, I mean, you just really don't know until it comes home in a folder for your child's folder. So as I am looking through his folder and I see things that are going on, I make an event for it so it can be a good reminder for parents. Okay, so this is an event that we already had this year. It was on September 11th. We went to the museum. It was a field trip that they had, and Shipwrecked Pirates is an exhibit that was at the museum, and it's also their theme for this year at their school is pirates. And you can see a really cute picture of Braxton there. I had him like dressed up and I put him in the in the banner there just for fun. You can see where it says for went. I'm trying to encourage the parents to all RSVP on here and to just join it so it will alert their phone. So, but I mean, that's just what happens each year. You get a new set of parents and a lot of them, you know, aren't that familiar with Facebook groups and not really sure if they should RSVP or not really know how. You know, I'm just, as long as they see it, it's fine by me. I just encourage them to RSVP if possible, just so, like I said, it would show up on their calendar and just kind of help them out. But I have quite a bit of details down below the camera here where I just am going into detail of what they need for the event itself. Since this is a past event, it's not going to show up on the event page, but if you were looking at events and on the right side of events, there's a past events section, and that's where you can see past events. So now I'm on the photos tab, and you can see here that I created a few different albums here, and the first one is just the class roster, which I have covered up obviously, but that's just really helpful so all the parents know which kids are in the class, you know, and it helps with, you know, birthday parties and Christmas and Valentine's and just all of the fun events that we have throughout the year, just knowing what the names of the children are in the class. This one is first day of second grade pictures. Add your pics here. You can see there's 9 photos here. Those were all pictures that I put in here. The other parents didn't quite catch on and they just started posting them on the discussion sections. There's also, I created a meet the teacher night and I created an album for everybody to add pictures to. And in the discussion section, I said, you know, if you have pictures, add them here. But a lot of parents just add them to the discussion section. I don't know. I still haven't quite figured out why, you know, I guess parents just don't understand how to add the pictures to the albums, and that's totally fine. But I go ahead and try to start them here. So here's a few pictures from Meet the Teacher Night that I added. Actually, the parents on this group have been a lot more active than the ones in years before, and they actually quickly caught on and started adding pictures of the kids on the discussion section. They didn't add them to the albums that I created, so I'm hoping at the first like parent information night, I plan on talking to them and just kind of a little brief overview and just saying, you know, if you'd like to add your pictures to the album, it'll be, you know, a little bit easier to organize. So at the end of the school year, we'll have a lot of photos, and I'm hoping to kind of help with the slideshow and maybe video and at the end of the school year. So you can see here some albums from last year. And the teachers have been really, really good at sending me photos to add to these albums. So last year, his teacher, Miss Cook, she would send home a thumb drive, and it would have folders on the thumb drive with exactly all the pictures that she wanted me to add to this page. Now, some teachers have their own Facebook page. That's fine. I've always at the beginning of the year said, you know, volunteered to do it myself. And the teachers that Braxton has had so far just, you know, would rather me do it than them have to get on the internet and start messing with it themselves. And so, so I volunteered. I just said, you know, all you have to do is just send me the pictures. And so basically what Miss Cook and Miss Nelson has already sent a lot of pictures as well. And they've sent me folders, and they'll name the folder like Making 3D Shapes and Sock Hoppers 50 Sock Hop Party and Trip to the Museum, look, Measuring Worms, Playing in the Snow. They had the Valentine's Class Party. So they've been really good at sending me pictures and video. I'll have to show you which by the way, I hopped into the first grade class to show you a few more of the albums. Okay, so I just hopped into Braxton's kindergarten class real quick, and I was going to show you, if you have kindergarten graduation, this is a perfect place to put all of the pictures. So I created a Miss Morris kindergarten graduation, and we put all of the photos here of all the kids graduating. And then we also had a big homecoming day parade, and I had quite a few photos for that. I also have an album where I put all of the newsletters that are sent home in, and so that really helps each week for all of the parents, because it's really easy to lose these things. I've been guilty of it myself. So each week I make sure to post the weekly newsletter that comes home from the teacher, and so that's been really helpful as well. Another thing I like to do is if there's a deadline coming up, like this was, I just posted this 4 hours. So we have something called bucket filler shirts, and they're due tomorrow. The order form for that is due tomorrow. Fundraiser that we're doing ends tomorrow as well. So I just do a little reminder here, just letting all the parents know just in case they've overlooked it, because there's so much that comes home with the kiddos each day. So it's just kind of another little reminder to help the parents out. So I just have to show some of the cute pictures that was taken at the museum just a couple of weeks ago. I forgot to create an album for that, so the two parents that did go to this, I wasn't able to. I was sick, and so was Presley, and took a ton of photos and added them to the group page. I mean, you can see here, this is just some of them. There was another parent that added a good 20 as well. So this was like 26 pictures that she took, and how adorable is that? Let me see if I can see Braxton's the one in the orange shirt, because obviously, even though I'm doing all this stuff on the page, I overlooked that they were supposed to wear a blue shirt. Good one, Kristen. Look at these pictures of the museum last week. I mean, how adorable is that? We have such a cute group. This is a fun museum too. There's Braxton. Oh, I love this museum. Anyways, I just thought I'd show you some of these really cute pictures that one of the parents shared. Okay, so I had to share this as well. You can see on September 3rd, I posted this. So another thing that Miss Nelson sent me recently was on the little thumb drive that she sent home, she had some little videos, and she had the kids do some math skits, which I was really surprised for so early in the year. They were already doing some skits. So I was like, oh, good for them. Well, she sent me probably like 7 different little files. And so what I did was, you know, hey, I'm a YouTuber. I went ahead and just meshed those videos together and created this little video. And so it's just the kids doing some really fun math skits. And so yeah, I had fun putting that together, and then I posted that on the discussion. It looks like it's about 10 minutes long, but the parents got a kick out of watching this. It was pretty funny. Here's another video. This is from September 2nd. So it's basically a little science experiment that the kids did outside with M&M's, Mentos, Coke, and water. the parents got a kick out of watching this as well. You can see where they made the Coke bottle kind of explode, which Braxton's been wanting to tie them to his legs now and see if he can float up by tying like 3 of them upside down to his ankles, and let them all explode to where he can kind of like fly up. So yeah, thanks, Miss Nelson. Might have to try that one out. But anyway, so I was just going to show you how this can be a fun, interactive way of talking to the other parents and teachers as well. Miss Nelson is part of this class page. She just isn't really active. She's just not big into social media. So she has replied one time to a question, but she just doesn't get on very much. Plus, the school districts don't allow social media on their internet, so the teachers can't get on Facebook to check things anyway. So anyway, she enjoys that, you know, one of the parents takes the time to do this stuff so she can concentrate on other things that are a little bit more important. Let me show you real quick where you actually go to create a page like this. Okay, so if you're ready to create a group page for your classroom, say you're a classroom mom or you just want to create this page for your class, what you can do is right over here in the group section, this is the left side of your Facebook page. So like right here is my feed, and then right here it says groups. You just click on more. Okay, so I just clicked on more, and this is the page that came up, and over here is all of my groups. It's on the left side, you just can't see it. But this right here, this green button here on the upper right corner, click on create group, and then this page will come up. So this is just where I named my group, you know, Miss Nelson, 2nd grade class. If you know any of the parents that you want to add, you can go ahead and add them here. I would recommend that you add the group to your favorites so it shows up on your left column and it's just easier to access. I highly recommend making it closed. You can also make it secret as well, but this particular group, I have it closed. And then just at the very bottom, there's a create button, and you just click create. So once you click create, this is the page that will appear. And like I said, this cover photo, this will be empty. This is where you can make your own banner, and you know, you don't have to worry about fancying it up. I made mine custom, but you don't have to make it custom. You can always just go on Google and you can just search 2nd grade or 1st grade, or you can search your school logo and use that. But I use PicMonkey over here. Let me scoot this back a little bit. So this is what I use. I use PicMonkey.com. So you just enter in PicMonkey.com, and I go to design, and then looky here, Facebook cover. Bam. No, that was Periscope, but this is just basically your blank canvas, and it automatically lets you start changing the color of the background. And I usually just choose like a dark, maybe like navy blue, since that's just our colors. Once you choose the background, you can just go over to the text area and choose whatever text you want. I mean, you can make this super simple. Miss Nelson's 2nd grade class, and you can just change that color here, whatever you'd like. You can make the size as big as you'd like. Maybe if you just want to center it, I mean, that right there is, if you want to just go, I mean, that right there will work. Feel free if you want to pretty it up, put your logo on there, whatever you'd like, but that right there will work. So I'm just showing you a basic Facebook cover photo here. So then all you have to do is click save, and then you can save it to whatever folder on your computer. Once you save it to your computer, you just go right back to your Facebook page, if you just hover your mouse over the photo, this little box here will appear. So you won't see it at first, so it could be confusing if you're not used to creating a group page, but you just hover right here and then it says change group photo. And what you're going to do is go to upload photo. So then when you upload photo, it's going to open up your folders on your computer, and then you just find wherever you saved the photo that you just created in PicMonkey, and bam, it'll just show up here, and then you'll click save. After you add the photo, this will say save, and then you just save it on there. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions or anything for me for this group, I would love to hear from you. Like I said, this is my 3rd year creating this page. I have a lot of fun doing it. If you're not comfortable doing it yourself, you could always ask another parent if they would be interested in creating a group page for the classroom. If you're a teacher watching this and you're really busy and not really something that you would like to do, it wouldn't hurt to ask your homeroom mom or another mom if they wouldn't mind doing this. But it just really comes in handy, especially with all the events that are going on and during the holidays. It's a great way. I remember using this for our homecoming parade. We had to create a homecoming float, and we had to have all of these different parents bringing all kinds of different things for the floats, and drinks and snacks, and it's great for the party planning throughout the year. So it's just really helpful. I mean, most parents now are on Facebook, and if they're already on it, it just makes it a lot quicker to where they don't have to go look somewhere else, because our teachers have blogs on their page, but this year they just kind of crashed and there's not really anything on there. Even last year when they were running a little bit better, teachers just get busy and parents get busy having to go find the blog, and this is just somewhere where parents usually are already kind of looking a couple of times a day, just checking up on their other friends. So why not have a group page? Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up below. If you aren't subscribed, I would love to have you to subscribe. If there's anything else that you'd like for me to show or any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Okay, we're at the Amazeum. Arts and okay.